Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Chad M alongside with
M and Nerland.
And we are back with our NFL weekly selections as we roll into week number 11 here. Both of us are in fine form, having gone 9-3 combined the last couple of weeks. Myself finally getting that season overall record up and over 500, and we look to continue the strong momentum right here. So let's get down to business, Emily, with our selections, and you can lead off this week.
I'm going to lead strong with Tampa Bay, who I have been riding. They're headed to Carolina. They're playing against Cam Newton, who has been slumping. I don't expect to see anything great out of this guy. Plus, they are going to be so focused on stopping Doug Martin. When they're stacking that front, it's going to open up Freeman. He can toss it long, and you can bet that Tampa Bay is going to come out on top. And a pick 'em, I for sure go with them. Even though it's on the road, they can seal it.
Okay, and I will also be taking a road team, and it will be not exactly one of the premier teams in the league, the Cleveland Browns. Now, they are catching over a touchdown against Dallas, who we know is notoriously atrocious in the large favorite role. In the entire season this year, they have not won a game by more than this current spread. So why all of a sudden now are they going to try to play the game properly and not have their usual turnovers and meltdowns? And even though Cleveland's only 2-7 straight up, they've remained fairly close and competitive in a lot of their games. More than half of those they've lost by a touchdown or less. Coming off a bye, they've had an extra week here to prepare for the game. Brandon Whedon's talking about better ball security, not turning it over as much. Hand the ball off to Richardson, chew some clock, not allow Romo to have as much time to make some plays. And I just find that Dallas on their home field, they never have the ability to get separation in these games. I think Cleveland has a chance to win this game outright. We've seen Dallas play extremely inconsistent all year. And the one time they win a game and you think they're back on the rise, they end up shitting the bed the next week. So I believe that's going to continue here in week number 11.
And for my second pick, I have to go with the team coming off a bye. Green Bay is headed to Detroit, and Detroit is trending downwards. They are not doing well. They looked like they might be an okay team, but when you see Stafford and Calvin Johnson going off against the Vikings and still not being able to get it done, then what are they going to be able to do to get it done? I don't think they can do it against a Green Bay team that knows how to play, even if it's on the road, fresh off a bye. You have to like them by more than a field goal, taking it from the Lions at home.
Yep, okay, and my second pick here is going to be a total in an NFC East showdown between the two last place teams here that are absolutely atrocious with Washington and Philadelphia. I think this total is a little bit too low at around 43 and a half. I think we're going to see some fireworks here for a number of reasons. The Skins have had a bye here, which means RG3's had a little bit more time to heal himself from some of the injuries he's had. He's extremely explosive, and on his home field here, he's going to want to put on a show. Philadelphia's defense looks like it quits on a lot of big plays downfield. They're going to be confused. They're going to be perplexed. They're not going to know what's going to hit them with RG3 on the field. And then on the other side of things, from a defensive standpoint, Washington is absolutely atrocious this year. And whether it's Nick Foles or Mike Vick, they should be able to move the football. Shady, being able to run it down their throat. And then also the fact that most likely Nick Foles will start here. We've seen that he has the ability to have a lot of turnovers, which could easily happen here against Washington, or take some strikes downfield. Generally, when you have two teams that know their seasons are done, they're a little bit more loose. The game isn't conservative. They're willing to try some bigger plays. So I can see this game being a bit higher scoring here with both teams getting into the mid and high 20s.
I see that big Folk making some big plays. I think he's going to be able to do something up there.
Yes.
For my final pick, I have the New Orleans Saints traveling to Oakland, and you're talking about some bad teams. Oakland's only two wins are coming, or their most recent two wins are coming off of KC and against, Jacksonville.
Yeah, bad
teams. They gave up 97 points combined in those. They have no defense. Even if they can win, they could get some points up there when Palmer all of a sudden actually did something for them. But then you have New Orleans that can't lose. They have to do this to be a playoff contender.
They've won 4 out of 5 games. They're playing better football right now.
So they're not good on the road, but this is something they have to do. And if you're going to be led by a Drew Brees, a true leader of this offense, and he can get them going, maybe he can sum something up in his defense so they can actually play some football, so they can get this by over a field goal on the road, take it away from Oakland. Terrible team. Nola has to get this, so I think that when it comes down to it, they're going to take this one.
Okay, and my last pick here is going to be a home underdog, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, the Steelers as an underdog on their home field, something we don't get to see too often. And we all know this has everything to do with Ben Roethlisberger being injured. And when this line originally came out, it was Pittsburgh favored by more than a field goal. Now all of a sudden, you've had a complete 180 here, a 7-point swing to the favor of the Baltimore Ravens. And I think this is a complete overreaction here based on this injury. Not to say that Roethlisberger isn't important, he absolutely is. And maybe this catches up to Pittsburgh later on in the year, closer to the playoffs, when they need a playmaker like him. But for one single game, I love taking an underdog at home here in Pittsburgh, because what this does here is it creates extra motivation from within the team to prove to everybody else. It's not just Ben. We are a collective team, and we can get this done together. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers here, and they know how to play good team football. Remember a couple years ago when they started the season not having Roethlisberger for the first 4 games due to his suspension for his behavior in the bathroom down in Georgia? Well, they went 3-1 without him. That was with Charlie Batch, who I believe is even worse than Byron Leftwich. They have a full week to get him full practice with the first repetitions with the offense. Baltimore has never been a great road team in terms of being favored by more than a field goal and having to win by a margin here. Pittsburgh's going to be able to run the football a little bit, and I just believe that because they have a lead in the division, there's a little bit more motivation here on the Pittsburgh side. So give me the hungry home dog in this heated division rivalry, with regardless of who the quarterbacks are, always seems to come down to a field goal. And in order to get involved with some of this action, all you have to do is click on the link below on this video at BetHubb.com, create your own account, and if you already have one, make sure to cash in on some of our weekly bonuses that we have going on. Get out there, challenge your friends to some bets, do some trash talking, create your own lines, and have a lot of fun with these games, and make sure to enjoy your NFL Sundays. Oh, and guys, don't forget to check out our new added feature at BetHubb.com, where we have our weekly NFL picks pool going on right now. All you guys need to do is submit all your picks for the week, and whoever gets the most right has a large prize coming their way, and that means you're just going to have more money in your account to go and challenge your friends and bet more money on each individual game. So make sure to go to the website to check out all the details.